In the Marvel Universe, power is not always born, it is forged. Some heroes draw their strength from weapons so mighty they reshape worlds, command storms, or tear through time itself. These are not simple tools, they are legends, bound to those brave or reckless enough to wield them. Every weapon has a story, every hero a price to pay. Some lift their weapons to protect, others to conquer. But all of them prove one thing. True power is never just about strength. It is about the bond between a hero and the weapon that defines them. T'Challa was never just a king. He was a legacy, an unbroken line of warriors chosen not only to rule Wakanda, but to protect it. His power does not come from a lab or a hammer from the heavens. It comes from his people, his ancestors, and the sacred weaponry born from the heart of a fallen star. Vibranium, the rarest metal on Earth and the foundation of Wakanda's greatness. Forged into his suit, it absorbs energy, redirects it, and turns T'Challa into something untouchable. Every strike against him only makes him stronger. Every blast, every bullet, every punch is fuel. The more he endures, the more unstoppable he becomes. But that is only half of his arsenal. In his hands, the energy daggers hum with pure precision, extensions of his will. They can cut through steel, phase through armor, and strike with the force of raw kinetic power. Yet what makes T'Challa truly dangerous is not the weapon itself. It is how he uses it. Calm, deliberate, royal. The vibranium suit is more than protection. It is a symbol, a promise that Wakanda will never bow, never break. In battle, he is not just a man. He is the spirit of a nation, moving like shadow and striking like thunder. Even without his technology, T'Challa's instincts and discipline make him deadly. But with it, he becomes something else entirely. A reminder that true strength is not in the weapon, but in the one who wields it. And while vibranium may be the heart of Wakanda, the next hero wields something forged far beyond Earth. An ancient weapon built to channel the power of storms and the fury of gods. Beta Ray Bill was never born a god. He was born a protector. When his people, the Corbinites, faced extinction, Bill stood alone against destruction, and the gods took notice. In battle with Thor, he did the unthinkable. He lifted Mjolnir. The hammer judged him worthy, proving that nobility does not belong to bloodlines. It belongs to the heart. But even worthiness has limits. Odin saw Bill's courage and forged him a weapon of his own, Stormbreaker. Forged from the same enchanted Uru metal, it channels the storms of Asgard, summoning lightning strong enough to shatter starships. In Bill's hands, Stormbreaker became more than a weapon. It was salvation. He fights not for conquest, but for survival, carrying the fury of a god and the soul of a soldier. Every strike is a promise to protect, to endure, to rise again. Beta Ray Bill's Stormbreaker reminds the universe that power means nothing without purpose. But if his weapon was born from honor and lightning, the next one came from chaos and charm, a relic fired by the hands of a cosmic outlaw who calls himself Star-Lord. Peter Quill's destiny wasn't to be a hero, he was just a child who dreamt of escaping to the stars. However, the universe had different plans for him. Abducted, raised by thieves, and shaped by adversity, he discovered his purpose through the element guns, ancient relics that channel the raw forces of creation, earth, air, fire, and water. Each blast from these pistols unleashes a piece of the cosmos, capable of transforming entire battlefields. In Quill's hands, the element guns are more than mere tools. They are an extension of his will. One moment, he can encase his enemies in ice. The next, he can engulf them in fire or knock them off their feet with the force of a hurricane. Combined with his quick wit and unpredictable instincts, Star-Lord masterfully converts chaos into strategy and danger into a rhythm of battle. He may not possess the power of a god or a sorcerer, yet in the vast darkness of space, He stands as proof that courage and cleverness can rival any divine weapon. But while Quill's pistols burn with cosmic power, the next weapon on our list offers no such brilliance. It cuts, a cursed blade born from shadow and blood. Pain made him, metal perfected him. Logan was once just a man, scarred, broken, surviving one battle at a time. But when the Weapon X program got its hands on him, everything changed. They did not give him power. They caged it. His skeleton was laced with adamantium, the indestructible metal forged to make him a weapon that could never die. His claws, once bone, became blades, razor sharp, unbreakable, unstoppable. Every strike is a reminder of what was taken from him, his past, his peace, his humanity. But those same claws are his strength. They tear through steel, armor, and even gods, but they also cut through fear, because Wolverine is not just his name, it is his nature. No matter how many times he is broken, he heals. No matter how often he falls, he rises angrier, stronger, more relentless. His adamantium claws are not just weapons, they are his curse and his redemption, the perfect balance between fury and control. But while Wolverine's claws were forged through science and suffering, our next hero's weapon was born from the stars, a gleaming board powered by the limitless energy of the cosmos itself. Once he was Norrin Radd, a man who sought peace above all else. But peace has a price, and his came when he made a bargain with a god. To save his dying world from Galactus, the devourer of planets, Norrin offered himself in service. In that moment, he was reborn as the Silver Surfer. His body became living metal, his soul bound to the power cosmic, and his weapon, a sleek, silver board that defied every law of the universe. The surfboard is not just a tool, it is an extension of him. With it, he travels faster than light, crosses galaxies in a breath, and wields energy strong enough to shatter worlds or heal entire civilizations. It obeys his thoughts, moves with his will, and carries him through the endless silence of the cosmos. But power without purpose is emptiness. The surfer's board is both his freedom and his prison, a reminder that he traded his humanity to save others. He rides the stars in eternal penance, a wanderer armed with the power of creation itself. Yet for all his cosmic might, the next weapon cuts closer to Earth, a blade forged in darkness, cursed by blood, and wielded by a knight who fights his own reflection. Dane Whitman never asked for the curse that came with his family name. The ebony blade was his inheritance, a weapon forged in the heart of a dying star and quenched in human blood. It was created by Merlin himself, meant to be wielded by a knight pure of heart. But power never comes without a shadow. The more the blade drinks blood, the more it corrupts its master. Still, Dane carries it, knowing that every strike brings him closer to darkness. The ebony blade can cut through anything, magic, metal, even reality itself. It feeds on conflict, hungers for violence, and whispers to its wielder in battle. But Dane fights it. Every swing is a war between duty and temptation. He wields the blade not to conquer, but to contain it. A knight forever walking the edge between hero and monster. Yet while the Black Knight's weapon was born from sorcery and sin, the next hero's weapon was born from genius and forged in a cave with nothing but willpower and fire. Tony Stark was never meant to be a soldier. He was a creator, a man who built the future one invention at a time. But when captured and left to die, he built something else: salvation. The first Iron Man armor was crude, heavy, and imperfect, but it worked. It turned a prisoner into a powerhouse. Over the years, that armor evolved, from steel to nanotech, from shield to god-tier weapon. The bleeding-edge armor responds to his thoughts, reshaping itself into weapons, tools, and defenses in seconds. It flies, fights, heals, and adapts faster than any human could react. But Stark's true masterpiece was the nano gauntlet, capable of harnessing the Infinity Stones themselves. No mortal should have survived using it, but he did, and he paid the ultimate price. Every piece of armor Tony built was more than metal. It was a reflection of his heart. Fragile, flawed, but unbreakable when it mattered most. Yet while Tony's brilliance forged power through science, the next hero's weapon came from something far older, an artifact of wisdom, light, and pure magic. Stephen Strange was once the greatest surgeon alive, until his own hands betrayed him. An accident shattered his career, his pride, and his sense of purpose. Desperate for healing, he turned to mysticism and found something far greater than medicine. Through discipline and pain, he became the Sorcerer Supreme, and with that title came two legendary artifacts, the Cloak of Levitation and the Eye of Agamotto. The cloak moves with a will of its own, shielding him, striking enemies, even saving his life when his focus falters. The Eye, however, holds true power. It contains the Time Stone, bending the flow of reality itself. Strange can rewind moments, trap foes in endless loops, and see countless futures unfold at once. Together, these relics make him a guardian of not just the world, but of time itself. His weapons are wisdom and will, not rage or brute force. And as the master of mystic arts, he reminds us that sometimes the sharpest blade is knowledge. Yet while Strange's weapons bend time and magic, the next one stands for something simpler: honor, courage, and a shield that no force of evil can ever truly break. Steve Rogers never set out to be a symbol. He just wanted to serve. Frail, overlooked, but brave beyond reason. He was transformed into the peak of human perfection. Yet his greatest strength was not his body. It was the weapon that became his identity. The vibranium shield, forged from the rarest metal on Earth. It absorbs energy, redirects force, and returns every strike with precision. It has no edge, yet cuts through any enemy's defense. The shield represents more than protection. It is an idea, a promise that no matter how hard the world falls, someone will always stand back up. In Steve's hands, it is not just a weapon. It is a reflection of who he is. Simple, pure, unbreakable. And even after he passed it on, its legacy endured, because a true symbol never fades. But if the shield embodies humanity's strength, the final weapon on our list is something else entirely. A god's hammer, heavy with lightning and judgment. Thor Odinson was born into power, but he did not truly earn it until he lost it. The god of thunder's might does not come from his strength alone, but from what he wields. Mjolnir, the enchanted hammer forged in the heart of a dying star. No weapon in the Nine Realms carries greater weight. Only those deemed worthy can lift it, and even among gods that worth is rare. In Thor's hands, Mjolnir becomes a storm-given shape, summoning lightning, bending the skies, and striking with the power of worlds. But Mjolnir is more than a hammer. It is judgment. When Thor lost it, he lost himself. And when he proved his heart greater than his pride, it returned to him, blazing with renewed power. Later came Stormbreaker, a weapon forged for war, capable of summoning the Bifrost and cleaving through entire armies. Together, these hammers make Thor not just a god of thunder, but a god of redemption. Because true worthiness is not about strength, it is about humility, heart, and the courage to rise after the fall. These weapons do not just amplify power, they define it. And among all heroes, none wield it with more honor than the god who earned his storm. Legends are not born from weapons, but from those who dare to wield them. Every hammer, blade, and shield is merely an object until a hero imbues it with purpose. It's the wielder who reminds us that true power lies not in the weapon itself, but in the spirit that guides it. Now consider this. If you could command a legendary weapon, which would you choose? Share your thoughts in the comments below, hit the like button, and subscribe so you don't miss future tales of power and myth.